Pop-up thunderstorms, hey, they just happen during the summer, and sometimes they produce some wind damage.
But we've had several straight days of intense storms, with many areas seeing downed trees and power lines. Channel 3's meteorologist Nick Austin explains why we've had so many storms.
There's been plenty of heat and humidity to spark storms, but unlike most summer days, we've had other things happening in the atmosphere to make the storms severe and more frequent. On typical summer days, high pressure over the Atlantic Ocean keeps major weather systems away from the southern U.S. But beginning late last week, this high pressure shifted a bit, allowing fronts to slip toward the Tennessee Valley. This provides lift, leading to more storms. Also, in the upper atmosphere where planes typically fly, winds have been sandwiched between high and low pressure. This has placed us in the path of several ripples of energy called short waves. They spark storms that often turn severe. Downdrafts of cold, dense, heavy air rush from the top of the storm to the surface, spreading across the ground. Think of it like water coming out of the faucet really fast. The column of water is the downdraft. The water hitting the sink is the wind. Downdrafts can be strong enough to knock down power lines and uproot large trees. Two types of wind events are straight-line winds and microbursts.
Look at that. Woo!
Microbursts occur very suddenly and usually last for only 5 to 10 minutes. They can be accompanied by downpours of rain, or they can be dry. Their damage spreads over a small area of 2.5 miles or less. Straight-line winds typically last longer and cause damage across a larger area. Much of the damage in the Chattanooga metro area the past several days is typical of microbursts. For example, downed trees across the street from each other face opposite directions, sort of like a spiral pattern. But the trees themselves aren't twisted like they would be from a tornado. However, downed trees from straight-line winds almost all face the same direction. Most microbursts and straight-line winds produce winds of 60 to 80 miles per hour, but the most intense winds can be faster than 120 miles per hour. Microbursts develop so quickly they're very difficult to predict, so the National Weather Service doesn't issue warnings specifically for microbursts, but they will issue warnings for storms that might produce them, as well as damaging straight-line winds. In the studio, I'm meteorologist Nick Austin, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.